Good morning, folks. On the air. That's right, folks. On the air with VA3EWV all day, every day. That's how we roll it. On the air with VA3EWV. It's a good Monday morning. The net's going to be getting started in about 4 minutes. I just want to get on here and get all my stuff working. It takes a little bit to, have your stuff ready. It does take a little bit for that. This morning I'm going to be going to Spinners and hanging out with Pete there. He's going to be in town. And, have a little breakfast. And seeing what's going on that way. Yep. What's up, Devin? Devin, are you going to be on the radio this morning? VE1. So, Devin, I want to hear you out there this morning. All right? Two more minutes. Time to wake up. Okay. I see you doing good with your legs too. That's awesome. I saw your pictures the other day, so that was pretty good. I was asking you, did you have that phantom leg syndrome? I know my nephew was having phantom leg syndrome. He lost his leg through diabetes. Yeah. So I hope you have fun at physio today. Okay, it's on VE3PGC-L. I'll put it in the thing. It's the same one. VE3PGC-L for ECHOLINK, okay? Here we go.
Good morning. The time is 8 o'clock a.m. VE3PGC, Cornwall, Ontario. Node 3389578. Transceive.
This is VA3EWV Ernest, QT8, St. Andrews, West Ontario. Good morning, everybody. This is on the air with VA3EWV. Is there any party traffic? Okay, nothing heard before we get out and get the word out. On this Monday morning, this net will be recorded. There are people already on the live stream, 2 people already on the live stream, wanting to have fun and get in there and talk this morning. A lot of new hams that I'm familiar with the Annapolis Valley Amateur Radio Club. Some have not gotten their ham license yet, but they've been eager to learn and listen. We had Kimberly last week that was a listener that got her, she managed to go get her license, and she got her basic with honors. We also have Devin out there as well. Anyway, good morning, everyone that's listening. The time is now 8 o'clock a.m. on this Monday morning, October the 23rd. It is 4.4 degrees outside here at St. Andrews West. Humidity 99%. It was a moist one all weekend. Today, though, is showing a 1% chance of rain, a high of 10 and a low of 1. Anyway, we're going to start taking check-ins in just a minute there. This is VA3EWV, your net control operator for On the Air with VA3EWV. We have did a lot of changes over the weekend. I put some new artwork up. I have moved from the Cornwall Coffee Conversation and Commute because I can't say it right 3 times in a row. And we're going to have some fun out here. Anyway, we're taking check-ins. VA3EWV listening.
89578 disconnected. Node 3972970 connected to
VA3PTC, Cornwall, Ontario.
Node 3148184 connected to
VA3PTC, Cornwall, Ontario. Sure what that's about, but VA3GIN, Bob here. Good morning, Ernest.
Hey, Bob. Good morning to you. VE3JIN. It's good to hear from you. I didn't hear from you last week. I thought you may have got lost. But I remember you had got that pretty new toy, so I figured you was like, observing the trails. Also, are you going to be able to use that in the wintertime, over?
Yeah, I'll be able to use it pretty much all year round, except the thaw in the spring, I guess. You can't go into trails, but no, I haven't used it at all. Had to work all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then during the week, wasn't feeling so hot, so had a bit of some type of flu there. Go ahead.
Well, look, I appreciate you checking in there. Also, that thing that you're hearing, some people, they get on the AllStar Net. So let's see who's out there. VA3EWV, you're on the air with VA3EWV. Please come now.
Victor Echo 1 Delta X-ray Whiskey to the ECHOLINK.
Good morning to you, Devin. I see that you got your physio pushed back, but you're looking good in the picture there. You're up on both legs now, so that's good. Glad to have you in there too. How you doing this morning?
Roger that. Thanks for the compliment. No, I'm doing good. I got about 3 weeks of physio left, and I'm eligible to go home. So that's a bonus. Yeah, so it's feeling good to get up to get walking around again. And I think you asked me what diabetes that I lost my leg doing board swim. I had demonic complications back last over the winter. But I'm all healing up now and doing good. Thanks.
Man, that's good news, and we're glad to have you here this morning. We're taking quick check-ins. That's how we do it, and then we do round robin after that. Looking for number 3. Could that be you on the air with VA3WV? Come on in. You sound loud and proud out there this morning, Mike. How you doing this morning?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Quite the meeting going on this morning.
Yeah, I had to pump up the volume there. You know, I had some good stuff happen over the weekend, and my wife was telling me, "Hey, you need to go out there and talk on that radio," because I was thinking about not coming on here and talking this morning, and she's like, "No, she's busy." So she says, "Go talk to your friends because I got stuff to do." And if they're not there, to go talk to yourself. So I'm like, I'm on it. It sounds like you're already in town there, Mike, though, this morning, eh?
Yes, I am there. Just got back from Kingston early. So yeah, I'm going to get an early coffee this morning there, and I'll start my day just a little bit earlier and over.
Well, we're glad to have you in there, that's for sure. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend so far. We have 3 call-ins already. Looking for number 4. Also, VE2FKR is going to be going to spinners probably around 9:15, 9:30. and he's already invited me over there. So I think I'm going to mosey on after the show. So if anybody's out and about and wants to meet at Spinners on Pitt Street for a little breakfast, do so. Anyway, we have 3 check-ins so far already this morning. I did hear some AllStar connecting out there. Please come on in. VA3EWV listening. Okay, they might have been just testing it out for the first time there. Okay, so Bob, all you did was work all the weekend. So what are your plans this week, over?
Well, I got off today and tomorrow, so today I might just do a bit of radio, not sharp, and no big plans. I got to go back Wednesday and Thursday there to work. So.
Yep, I know there's some guys that have been really doing a lot of good stuff out there on the airwaves. I've been seeing pictures being posted and stuff like that on their personal websites, and even some people have been doing videos of them, being on the radio and stuff. So that's what it's all about, out there, getting out there and talking. So it's a very fun hobby, and that's the fact, Jack. I know I use all my stuff. I spent the weekend trying to do APRS to SMS. So I got some of it working on my radio. I can now send APRS messages from my radio. Prior to this weekend, I was only able to do I can listen to APRS messages on my radio and all that stuff, and send and receive and all that. I mean, just hearing all the facsimile type stuff and watch the messages come up on my radio. But that's all I could do, and watch myself track on the map. After this weekend, though, I could actually send messages to a whole new group of friends that I've been following on APRS Thursday. So it was very exciting when I finally got it to work, and I saw a message sent, and it actually went through. So that was pretty exciting for me, dealing with new stuff. I wasn't able to gain any more ground trying to get my radio up. The D-Star radio up. There's a lot of outdated information on the program that I use for D-Star. It's still showing Cornwall has D-Star repeaters, and it does not show Cubby Hill. Anyway, that's what I was up to. Devin, over to you. What are you going to be up to this week? I'm going to have to go take a look at that one on the web right quick there. The ICOM 7300. Okay. I'm going to pull that up on Google to see which one that is. I know we have some ICOM fans in the group, but there are so many different models and stuff. I'm just going to go put eyes on that one real fast.
That's the one I recommended for you there, but for the money there, it's the best one.
See, I knew I heard of it. See, so I'm glad you're in the ICOM club. I know you can't wait to get on that sucker and start popping on the airwaves. Hey, so how long have you been a ham, by the way? I don't even know that answer. Wow, see? That's pretty impressive. So 5 years, eh? That's pretty good. What made you get into ham radio, over?
I was thinking about getting into it about 20 years ago, but
Excuse me.
they put a course on here in my local home, QTH, but I couldn't get the time off to go from work to go do it. And then here a few years ago, I just rounded up a bunch that was interested in doing it, and the local fire department I belong to, our fire chief was a ham radio operator, and we got him in to put the course on for us, and we brought in the club examiner to do it, and 4 out of 5 of us passed.
Man, that is awesome. Well, I'm sure I'm glad that you're on the air. I'm also excited that you're in the Icon Club. That must be cool. And that you have all your Icon radios. I have a plethora of different radios, most given to me. A lot of the local guys in the club here in Cornwall, Ontario, they know my enthusiasm. They supported me. And behind me, I have 5 handheld radios. 4 of them were given to me out of the 5. I purchased the Yaesu handheld 65T, I think it is, for fox hunting. And I have a 220 radio. It's a monster. It's a ECHOLINK, and I love talking on it. Also, I have my Anytone radio. That's the radio I use the most because it has DMR, and it also has 220, but it only does 5 watts on 220, where my 220 radio does like 30 watts. So I have, and then I have an 11 meter radio. I had a bigger one, a 959 Galaxy. It was just too big and bulky. And my other friend, a VA3EWV brought me a little compact one. So now I'm set for now. But I can't wait until I start getting into the nicer radios too. Thank you so much for that, Devin. Anybody else want to check in this morning before we start doing a little more round robin? VA3EWV listening. All right, Kenwood TF450. All right, hey, look, you know what? When you get back home and stuff like that, you can take some pictures of you in the shack there, or some pictures of the antenna. Share them with us. You know, that's nothing new. I see people have been sharing photos and stuff like that of their shacks forever. I started using QRZ about 4 or 5 months ago, I think it was. Pretty heavily after I had another person help me get that all sorted out. And I see a lot of people putting pictures of their shack and their antennas on the QRZ. And I would appreciate if people start doing that to my little page too. I do have my own Facebook group that I started, not affiliated with the club, on the air with VA3EWV. And that way I can have a little bit more fun with a fewer restrictions there. Over.
Yeah, roger that, buddy. As soon as I get home, I'll take a couple of pictures and send them to you. That's not a problem whatsoever.
So it is 8:15 a.m. I did hear the repeater sound off. This is a lovely Monday morning so far. Looks like the weather's going to be holding up. Just want to repeat one more time that this is streamed for my enjoyment, also for my parents back home, and for a lot of other new hams around Canada that have been listening to the broadcast. You're here this morning with VA3EWV on the air, and we're looking for check-ins. Could you be number 4? All right. Hey, look, this is a record for me. We have 2 on ECHOLINK. You coming in loud and clear, Peter. Go ahead. See, look at us finding all those things we have in common. That's pretty good. And it's Pete, not Peter. You had told me about that a couple weeks back, you know, but I must have forgotten. So I do correct that. Put it on for Pete. Again, this is great. Yeah, I love the fact that there are so many ways to communicate on the radio and stuff like that. Last night I was listening to the Procom Net, and oh my God, it was a mess. The QRP, see, I just learned that last night. The QRP was just atrocious. They had 2 guys on there just making a mess. But we got through it, and I did ask when it was my turn. There used to be 4 or 5 of us coming in there from Cornwall area. It seems like it's only me nowadays. But I did hear another guy in there last night too, Ed. Ed was mobile, and he actually logged in to the net last night too. But yeah, almost at the end though, they cleared on out and we kept going. But I sent the net controller emails. They kept bouncing back saying that his mailbox was too full. So hopefully I'll get some feedback from him. But it was on YouTube, and I see that there were like 8 or 9 different people recording the Procom Net. One recorded last Thursdays and put it up. And they were using some computer program to do it, which I found fascinating. And they were in the Toronto area. So I think people have been recording stuff for ages and putting it up on there. But some people spell it with 2 M's and some people spell it with 1 M. Anyway, that's enough of my yak, and I can't wait to see you guys today, later on there. Pete, thanks for being number 4 for checking in. We're looking for number 5. Please come down. Rob, come on in there. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Ernest, and everyone else on the net here. Just a couple of things. Doing well. QRP is low power, so you've got that confused. It's QR Mexico that you're looking for, which is man-made interference, QRM. And then one, if it's natural interference, like atmospheric noise, you'd have QRN, QR November.
Ah.
Just in case you get that one on your exam. And everybody's talking about the 450s, and so like they're old, and thinking, no, they're still modern in my lifetime, but okay. But those are a beautiful radio, and the CNIB, the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, that's the rig that they used to buy for the hams that were mine. And I used to work with the CNIB and help them out with getting radios to blind amateurs. So that's the rig they like because it has a voice module in it. You can push them. Push a button and they can hear all the numbers and things on the radio so they can operate it. Anyway, I'll get back to you, the 3ARF mobile.
Hey, that's a lot of good information in a little bit of shorter time. Yeah, and I have it down as QRM, but you know me, I say things backwards, forwards, and all that stuff. So yeah, I heard that term for the first time last night because he says he was saying on the thing, ignore the QRM, right? And I heard QRP when I was hanging out with VA3EWV because he was doing parts on there. So it's QRM, and that's pretty cool too that the Kenwood has the stuff with the blind. My nephew Stephen that has passed, Devin, he's the one I was talking about that had the phantom leg because he lost his leg with diabetes. He also lost his sight, and we had connected him with computers and stuff like that to read. And even the cell phone did the same thing that we got on the cell phone. That was doing the same thing that VE3ARF was saying. Well, thank you very much for that, Rob. We're going to go back down to Bob. Bob, do you have anything to add there? VE3GIN.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I think I got Pete, and I'm not sure the VE fella. Good morning, I missed your name and your call sign. Bob here in Alexandria. I kind of lost track of where your conversation was going there. It was kind of faked out for a minute there, but I'm trying to get back to it there. Hi. For 7300, if we're still talking about radios, if you remember, Ernest, that's the one I had at the Parks on the Air with the touch screen. So you kind of got a quick look at one, just to say. And I find it's one of the best HF for what money can buy as a new radio there, Becky.
Yes, indeed. I hear a lot of people with those, and I'm seeing a lot of those in homemade, I don't know what they call them, but everybody has like these homemade things that they like to have: the radio, the power supply, sometimes an antenna tuner, batteries, and this and that. But it seems like the thing a lot of people having the most trouble with is the weight. You know, I forget what they call those, but a lot of people are saying how they wish they were a little lighter weight. But you know what? If we had lots of cash, I guess we can make. I forget that material, but you know it's very light and it's heavy, like that Kevlar stuff. Maybe we could do some of that and make those little boxes. All right, VA3EWV, are you still in there? Over.
Just on my way in there, Ernest. Yeah, I'll be signing off there shortly there and just delivering my coffee run. Over.
Okay, no problem. If you're out and about after 9:30, we're going to be over there at Spinach. You have a good rest of your day. We'll excuse you at your convenience. VA3AQE. All right, back over to Devin there. VE1DXZ. DXW. VE1DXW, excuse me. All right, nothing heard from Devin. Okay, we're going to be doing check-ins. We're creeping up on the 8:30 halfway mark. I honestly thought that the net would probably be 5 or 10 minutes this morning, so thank you all for popping in there and keeping it going. Looking for number 6. Could that be you? VA3EWV listening. Well, today I'm hoping to tackle my my little solar project. I had got a couple batteries from a friend there. I had to sturdy up a space to put it. I had my little solar apparatus there on a pallet on the ground with one battery in it, 2 solar controllers, 2 solar panels, and running 5 LED lights down my driveway. No, 3 LED lights around the driveway and 6 LED lights around the house. And it would do it for about, 4 or 5 hours, and then it would start beeping the alarm. So then I put a trickle charger on it. That seemed to take care of that when the sun wasn't charging. Now today I'll be connecting the batteries, the 3 batteries, to the one that's in there now. And that should give me enough power to run the 3 LED lights on the, and all these were garden lights, guys. So, the garden lights, I just went to Home Depot and bought 10-foot aluminum poles, put the garden light on top of it, pointed toward the ground, and running it like that. So very little power, but I guess it's all the length that might be causing some problems. But anyway, that's the project that I'm working on, trying to get that done before the winter. What other projects are out there other people working on? This is VA3EWV.
Not much here on projects that are Ernest. My project was we
had me laughing hard on that one. You know, I remember those days. I've never done not 12-hour shifts in a long time. I did 12-hour shifts in the military, for sure. And when I was working at Domino's Pizza, I was with them for like 12 years when I was back in the States. And when I did 12-hour shifts there, it's because I had like an assistant manager who was supposed to open that called in sick. And I wound up working, you know, morning to night and stuff like that. But yeah, it's got to be hard to do 12 hours. When we first moved to Ottawa, well, not Ottawa, when we first moved to Gatineau, my wife had got a job with Bell, and she was a third-level technician with Bell Simpatico, and she did those 12-hour shifts, and I forget how many they did. They did like a rotation of some sorts, like 3 on and so many off and whatever, but it wound up being 40-something hours per week, you know, but those were some long days. And when she first started working those 12, we were living in Kempville, and we only had one car, so I used to have to drive her, you know, to Ottawa. So that was already an hour and something on the road before she did a 12-hour shift, and then an hour and something commute back. Add the snow and the winter weather, it was even longer than that. Those were some long days for her. Over.
QSL, copy that, agree with that. Yeah, I work what's called a continental, so it's like usually 2 on, 2 off, but the weekends it's 3 on in a row, and then when you have a weekend off, you get 3 off. But the 3 in a row I find rough because we never finish on time, so it's kind of like the night I stopped at your house to pick up that antenna was running late. So a lot of these 12 hours are often 13 or more, and that was the case this weekend. They were on average 13 and a half hour long, so it's just tiring. I'm just glad it's over, and it takes me about 2 days to recoup, and then I got to go back at her, so I guess that's life.
Man, I hear that on the recuperation. I've done 10-hour shifts before, and I kind of like the 10s. My son, he's doing 10-hour shifts at that Walmart warehouse here in town. And when the kids were growing up, we had 2 daughters that were always sick. We didn't know what was wrong with them for years. We're in and out of the hospitals, blood work, you know, all the bodily fluids and stuff like that, and nobody could ever figure out what was wrong with them. And about 12 years later, my wife went in because she suffered from all the same stuff, but nobody ever knew what it was. And it wound up being celiac disease. You know, nobody was talking about gluten-free anything 15, 20 years ago. Over.
Yeah, QSL, celiac, yeah, I know about that. I don't have it, but yeah, it could be nasty stuff, and I think everybody is a little bit intolerant to gluten to a certain amount, but yeah, the ones that are really bad, they call it celiac.
Yeah, so the reason I was talking about the 10-hour shifts, I had to find something because we had 5 kids, so we couldn't afford a babysitter. It would not be cost effective for us to have a babysitter for 5 kids, you know. And our oldest kids, you know, our 2 oldest boys, you'd think they'd be responsible, but no, that wasn't the case. So we were like, nope, we're not even going to try it, you know, because we were traveling an hour and sometimes an hour and 20 to 30 minutes away from home. So we didn't want to come back to any tragedy. So I made the decision to start looking for jobs that worked overnight. Loved it, by the way. I was always there to put the kids on the bus in the morning. Always there to get the kids off the bus, help with their homework. You know, and it just worked. For some people it doesn't work, but for me it worked. And I loved the 4 10s in a row when I had the 3 days off, you know. So I got to do a lot of stuff and didn't get to miss out. Also, didn't get to have to keep calling in from work, eh? Anyway, guys, we have had 5 check-ins this morning. It is 8:30 on the dot. Here in St. Andrews at 4 degrees, 99% humidity. Looking at a high of 10 today, a low of 1, so it's starting to get very cold. I know the wife and I started covering some of our plants and bringing some plants in. I think everybody's going to be out there doing the same as we get ready for this winter. But it's showing that we're supposed to have 8.1 hours of sunlight today. So I don't know what's going to happen with that because all last week we never had anything of 8.1 hours. Anyway, it's been a great day so far. And yeah, just looking for more check-ins. If you want to come in and say hi, please do so now. VA3EWV listening.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Whiskey Bravo. Good morning.
Good morning to you there, Victor Echo 3, Victor Whiskey Bravo. How are you doing today? And it's good to have you in there again. Over. Oh, you do that 11 to 7 gig, eh, Becky? Well, look, I want to thank you also for putting up the video that you had with your rig. I don't remember the one off the top of my head. I can see it, but it looks like one that VE3JIM was talking about. He does some parks on there as well, by the way. So 2 people I know so far that enjoy the parks on the air. But thank you for uploading your videos and sharing with us and stuff like that. And did you log in, since you're in Brantford, did you do the AllStar Net coming in this morning, over? So VA3EWV, when you get back in there, let us know. I didn't know if you were calling us on ECHOLINK or on the AllStar Net. But like I said, we really appreciate you being in there for sure, and for contributing to the webpage. If you do get back in there, just yell at us. That's pretty cool. I was doing a lot of YouTube swimming, checking out different hams and stuff like that, and listening to where they talk to and stuff. And it's always exciting when you get that new country or that new grid or all that the new stuff. Is so exciting when you hear out there. And just like today, I'm excited as I'm just tickled pink because we have like 3 people in here on ECHOLINK this morning. That's the most ECHOLINK things I think I've ever seen on one thing. But and I didn't even get to share this with Alphonse's group this morning. So that I'm pretty excited for that. Getting a lot of new people on the air there. Over. You have to love all those good call signs there. Okay, Victor Echo 3, Volkswagen Bug. Okay, your excuse is your convenience. Thank you, guys. We have 6 call-ins so far this morning. We're going to do a little bit of an open mic, see if anybody wants to just have anything to share. And if not, we'll do some more check-ins, maybe a round robin, and then we'll see where this leads us. VA3EWV is, I'm giving the mic over to you guys. Anybody got anything to add, please come now.
Victor Echo 1, Delta X-ray Whiskey again, please.
Go ahead. Net recognizes Victor Echo 1, Delta X-ray Whiskey. Go ahead, Devin.
Yeah, Ernest, I just want to thank you guys for letting me come in
Devin, you're excused at your convenience there, and have a good rest of your day, and enjoy your physio. Thank you so much for joining us via ECHOLINK. All right, guys. Like I said, this is a little morning just ragged you. People have to come in and out, and that's totally acceptable. And you can be excused at any time. That's no big deal with us. We've had 6 check-ins this morning. VA3JIN, VE1XDW, VA3AQE, VA2FKR, VE3ARF, and VE3 Volkswagen Bug. Look for number 7. Could that be you? VA3EWV listening.
VA3VS.
Dean, good morning to you. VA3VS. So this is the first day of no golf, eh?
Well, kind of looks that way, but yeah, I'll wait for the electrician to get here.
Oh yeah, you've had to do the waiting game there, yeah, for sure. Yep. I hope they get there then and get everything all sorted out. I didn't have too much of a hit on the pocketbook. I was very happy with my little outcome to get my tanks and stuff installed there last week. So that project is done. It was done very quickly. When you're getting stuff done like that, do you already know what it's going to cost, or you have to wait till after and then they bill you over?
Well, I hope he's going to bill me when he leaves so I can pay him, because that's how I work.
No, but do you know how much it's going to cost you prior to him doing the work? I know when I had those 2 guys come to my house to put in 2 plugs, it took me 3 months to find them because it was right when COVID was ending. But then I did not know how much it was going to cost. I didn't have nobody came in prior and said, okay, here's going to be the amount of work, here's the parts and labor, and da-da-da-da, it's going to be this much. So I got told what it was after the job was finished, and then they wanted cash. So that was like $800 and some dollars out of my pocket. And I couldn't put it on the credit card over.
Oh, well, I didn't ask this guy what he charged per hour, but it's got to be at least $75 to $100 an hour at today's prices. So, anyways, it cost me $1,000 so far. Because I have to order some in-floor outlets for the floor, and that cost me $460. So I figure he's going to charge me at least $500. So, and whatever today is. So, but the $460 is already paid. So we'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. I just pay the guy and see him on his merry way.
I hear that. So you had electrical work to do, I remember, flooring work to do, and then you have to get it all put together. So you think you'll have it done before December? Or you think it'll take you a couple more weeks to get everything all sorted over?
Oh, the floor, if everything goes right this week, it'll all be done. Now I just got to move everything from up here down there and run wiring and coax and whatever.
Well, you already know I can't wait to see the new shack. I know that a lot of us have been, hopping from one place to the next and, having fun with our friends and stuff on the radio. And I was about to pull the trigger and ask you, could I come over to your place and see your antennas outside and stuff like that? But now that I know that you're, shack remodeling, I want to wait until the new shack comes up. Let's see what it's all about. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Anyway, Dean, how many console radios do you have? I call them console. Like I was over at the VE3 ARF's house, and he has these big ones. And I remember seeing briefly because I was at Marshall's house for like 2 or 3 seconds there, and he had these big spots for these huge radios. Do you have big radios like that, or the smaller ones?
I have 2 radios, and one's a big one. That's a 5,000, Yaesu 5,000. And then I have the 7610 with the speaker. And now
I'm trying to check it out now. The Yeezu 5000. Yep. You know, I just have to learn how to spell Yeezu, and then I'm good. Because I always spell that wrong and Bail thing wrong. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. That's. Oh man, that's a lot of buttons. Oh my goodness gracious. See, that's what used to this little old boy from the Bayou here. What intimidated me about ham radio from the beginning, as I saw ham radio and had all those buttons on the microphone. See, I stopped playing video games once the Atari was outdated. I liked the one joystick and the one button. When all that other stuff came out, it was just too much for me. This thing has more buttons than law allows there. Over. Anyway, Dean, I really appreciate you popping in this morning saying hello. I hope you had your coffee and all that stuff. We're going to be heading over to Spinners after this. Just letting everybody know. This little impromptu hangout. Anyway, this is VA3EWV. It is 8:43. This is recorded, by the way. I just want to let everybody know. And I have rebranded myself with the only air with VA3EWV. That's right, folks. I like the yak. Anyway, we've had 7 check-ins so far. Could you be number 8? VA3EWV listening. Okay, nothing heard. We had a couple people in mobile. We had a couple people heading to work. I think we have a lot of people that all have already gone to their destination. So I'm going to open it up right quick. We have 15 minutes left. If anybody just has anything to add, please come now. VA3KCB down by the riverside. What's going on there, Rick? How you doing this morning?
Well, not on the river yet. Just leaving the hospital parking lot. I had a test this morning, so I'm in the parking lot. Thought I'd check in. Didn't want to lose my tick off on your sheet there.
I hear that. I've been doing some designing and stuff. My wife's been giving me baby steps. So I've been making me some little banners and stuff like that. Guys, everybody that's out there that's still listening, when COVID hit, I was running a Tupperware business. And just like a lot of businesses out there, it really devastated our business. The wife and I had been with Tupperware for about 6 years at that time. We're riding high on the top, helping our family, our friends out and stuff like that. Eat healthy and store food and preserve food and all that stuff. But we were going from house to house to house. Then when COVID hit, nobody was letting people in the house. So Tupperware actually trained us on how to do web pages and stuff like that and yada, yada, yada. And one thing they did was lots of rewards and recognition. I loved it. But they have, high dollar paid people that knows how to do graphics. So I hope you guys have been appreciating my little graphics that I've been making. And Rick, I'm so happy because you got the golden microphone award. My wife's like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know. I would say it's something I'm making up, but Rick is out there every day. He logs in every day. So he's got the golden microphone. Rob Fry was on there too. He was logged in for all 5 days too, so I really appreciate it. Anyway, good to have you in there this morning. I hope everything's going all right. Did you have any projects this weekend over?
Not very, too many projects. The weather was terrible. I just piddled around in the garage and played around in the basement and put a couple of 11-meter radios together. That was about it. Played with the dongle a little bit, the SDR.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you got it in. Okay. Yeah, I heard there was a lot of talk about the SDR dongles last week. So you got yours in and stuff like that. What kind of antenna did you wind up getting it connected to? Over.
Well, for the time being, I hooked it up to, just for listen, well, of course you can just listen, to the Yagi. I put an AB switch. So I'm either talking on the radio or I switch to number 2 and I just listen on the dongle. I've just been starting to play with it. I need a little bit more experience with it. And that'll come with time.
Yeah, Roger's on that. Also, before you get out of there, Y'all make me laugh so hard. You'll see it on the tape there, by the way. When you say you're pulling around the garage, in my head, because last week you're like, I moved everything from the left, I moved it to the right. Cleaned up the left, you know, then I moved everything back over to the left, and then I want to clean up the right. So when you said that, I was like, huh, I wonder is everything back to its original position, you know? You keep putting stuff back and forth. Hey, that's all of us. I was out in my garage doing the same thing because you're right. The weather had got all bad and stuff, and I didn't want to be standing out in the rain messing with the battery stuff. So again, I started tidying up the garage and moving stuff around. And that can last for hours, eh? Back over to you.
Oh, yeah. It's not hard to get lost in the garage. There's so many projects. It takes an hour just to look at everything and then decide what you're going to do. And then you say, well, I'll start that tomorrow. Then the next day you go in and you go, oh, that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe I'll move stuff from the back to the front. Anyway, stand by. I got to order my coffee here.
No problem. Always stand by there. We'll take any other comments while Rick orders his coffee. This is On the Air with VA3EWV on this beautiful Monday morning. Looks like the sun is coming up. We might get that 8 hours of sunlight that they're talking about. If anybody else wants to chime in, please do so now. We only have about 12 minutes left. Come on in there, Rob.
You guys cracked me up because I had the same mental image when you said that. I'm just picturing him moving everything from one side to the other and back again.
Amen on that. And here's the best part, Rob. Yesterday, I was out there and I had bought some Globe, I think the name of the company is Globe, but they sell smart switches, right? And anyway, I was out there moving stuff around and I see this box that said Globe and it's pretty light. And I was about to toss it in the trash because I was on the, let me just get rid of stuff I don't use or will never use. So I thought it was an empty box and I opened it up. 3 brand new switches just sitting there. And I'm like, what the heck? How did I buy this? I knew I needed it for something. How did I not know that I had 3 Globe switches? So the point I'm making is, how many of you have gone out to your garages or parts of your house or whatever and found stuff brand new in the doggone box, you know, that you were going to use for something and never used it? Over?
Oh my, I think I have so much brand new stuff in the box from Home Depot. I'm probably as well stocked as they are.
Oh goodness. Anybody else out there suffering from the buy stuff but never use it syndrome? Over? Go ahead.
VA3BS. Yeah, I did. We're trying to put together an antenna that I bought 8 years ago. I just took it out of the shipping box earlier in the spring, and we're just sorting through it there yesterday. And I still have a 6-meter beam still in the box. And I bought that 7 years ago.
Okay, so you guys are buying stuff and you're aging it like wine in the barrels, right? So you're like, okay. So what's Dean? So everybody that's listening, just so you know what's happening here, Dean has now, you know, since he's hit a milestone and he's still out there looking handsome as ever. Dean's like, oh, we're gonna open the vintage XYZ antenna. It's been sitting here, you know, gaining with its age, and it's gonna be you know, a rosé here. So that's what you're doing. You're waiting all these years to pop the box open because it gains age, right? So it's going to be better. So now that antenna's going to be really performing when you finally get it up. Over. Go ahead.
They used to, and that's a good mantra. So every time he opens the box, he's got one of the ones like they used to make.
But you got that. We were talking about that, Rob. Oh, just out of curiosity, Rob, did you make any headway in your antenna with all that rain?
No. Actually, I settled on bringing in my house plant, the tropical plant, because I heard it's supposed to frost tonight. So I
problem. Hey, I want to write that down, Rob. What did you call that again? When you have, because you're right. I remember having an antenna that I loved. This way back in the day, and it was all metal. But it was almost like an Antron 99. It had the ground planes on it, and at the top, it had like 3 or 4 little things sticking out of the top too. I don't know, I've never seen that before. But after that, I could never find that antenna anymore. And then they said to me, oh, the new laws say that you couldn't have anything metal or whatever, wherever that was. But they don't make it anymore. If I want something like that, it's only in fiberglass. Over. Hey, but what did you and Dean call that again? Out of the boxism or something like that? What did y'all say it was?
Sorry, I'm missing what you're getting at.
No, you or Dean said something about when you get something out of the box that was like 7, 8 years old, you call that something. Can't get it again or something like that. Y'all were calling it.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
Oh.
Already built in, right? So you've already got the product. Everybody says that. Oh, they don't make these things like they used to make them. Well, if you buy them and store them for 10 years when you get it, hey, it's built just like they used to. I believe, set up the system. A lot of, I knew Ken Wood bought a couple of used VHF, UHF radios, antennas, the whole bit. And when I moved, they went into the garage. And I just started pulling some of them out in the past year and a half, 2 years. Kenwood was in the original box for well over 30 years. And brought it out, fired it up, and rock on with it. Antennas now, I've got 2 big HF beams here. I've got 2 6-meter beams here. The 2-meter 70 centimeter, both at band and flat band. Quite a few things that are just waiting to go up in the air, but that haven't been up for decades.
You know, that tells you quality when you can have something stored forever and then put the fire in the wire and key it up and it works. I didn't catch your call sign. I thought I would recognize your voice, but what's your call sign again there?
VA3EWV, sorry about that. Dave is back. Short for Rebecca.
Yeah, and so like I said, I thought I had recognized your voice there. But yeah, that's pretty amazing we could do that. There are some things that I had in the past, and especially when it came to computers and different electronics, there was a phone I had, and I just loved it. It was made by Palm, and they were way ahead of their game back then. I had a Palm tablet and a Palm phone, and before Apple could do it, before Android like Samsung and all those people could do it, you would make a phone call on your phone, like a call would come to your phone, and it would also go to your tablet. And they were one of the first companies that I saw do that. But then after certain updates and stuff like that, you just couldn't use that stuff anymore. But I don't understand why these days and times, you look back and you're like, man, I sure wish they made it like they used to. And I'm gonna have that being a thing because there's so many new things out there that have some nice quirks and features and stuff, right? But I was even looking at old car on YouTube this weekend because there was nothing to do, and they had cars that were like they could park, they could parallel park because it had a wheel in the back and all this cool stuff, and it was like light years ahead of what they are and we don't even see that stuff. Anyway, I'm babbling on, but that just goes to say that some of the old stuff is built better than the new stuff. Over. Okay, anyway, folks, we have 2 minutes left in the ball game. This has been an action-packed hour. I am blessed to have everybody on here on the air with VA3EWV. We've had 3 ECHOLINK check-ins. Oh my goodness! I know that there are some people listening on the AllStar Network because the repeater did pop in there and it did connect well. So thank everybody that's listening. It really makes me happy about the hobby and also the friendship. At around 9:15, 9:30, we're going to be hitting the spinners. Anybody that's in the area that wants to get a breakfast early or late, depending on how you are, we're going to be doing that. And yeah, just want to remind everybody that this is a recorded thing. And as you guys see now, we have people from all over Canada on the net this morning. Anybody want to add anything else in this last 2 minutes before we close off the net?
VA3KCB, I do have a small thing.
Go ahead. Net recognizes VA3KCB.
Thank you. When I turned on the radio, I heard Dean finishing a list of equipment, or you listing some equipment. Where is that to be viewed? I had interest in his automatic tuner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's not selling. I was asking him what did he have in his shack at the moment. What was, because we were talking about different radios and stuff like that. So he was just listening to some stuff that he had in the shack that he's currently using. I don't think any of that stuff was for sale. And then we were talking about just stuff being still in the box that hasn't been erected yet. And Dean's pulling out antennas like people are pulling out wine out the wine cellar. Here's our 1956 Chateau. I don't drink, so I don't know. But Dean is pulling out antennas like they're fine wine and stuff. Over.
Okay. I guess I turned the radio on when I jumped in the car about 30 seconds too late to hear that was his list of shack equipment. I thought it was a list of what he had on someplace for sale. All right, my mistake. Keep going there, Ernest. VA3KCB.
VA3BS, did you have some stuff that you wanted to put on the old swap shop there? Over? Dean must be going to get that coffee. Okay, folks, it's 9 o'clock. Like I said, this has been a blessing. I'm very excited. I was coming into the day with a little bit of, well, I was still excited. You guys know how I am. But I was a little shaken up this weekend, but it looks like things are heading in the right direction. You have been on the air with VA3EWV this past hour. We have had 10 check-ins today. VA3GIN, VE3XID, VA3AQE, VA2FKR, VE3ARF, VE3 Volkswagen Bug, VA3DS, VA3KCB, and yours truly, VA3EWV. Thank you guys for a wonderful morning. One more time, if anybody has any closing comments. If not, we'll go ahead and return the repeater to its normal use. Okay, nothing heard. I wish everybody a good rest of your Monday. Tonight is the Simi Valley Amateur Radio Club Net that starts at 7. VA3GVV will be your net control operator tonight. So I hope that we have some fun out there tonight at 7. For all you guys out there like Devin and Beck, it's on VE3PGC-L, but here's the situation. We start on a whole repeater, not this one, but we start on another repeater at 7, and then depending on the crowd, we come to this repeater shortly after. So if you log on around 7:10 or whatever, you will hear us on this repeater because it's the second one. Anyway, you guys have a good rest of your day. VA3EWV, we're going to be clear. Have a good day. All right. That was a great net. right. Have yourself a good one there, Bob.
Will do. Good job on today there, and I think the filming attracting more people than it's taking away.
Yes, exactly. Then thank you guys for that. All right, y'all have a good rest of your day, and be sure to, well, I don't have nothing to like and subscribe to, but anyway, I'll see y'all guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. All right, that was awesome. Okay, guys, that was a great net. Let me get this turned around here. That was exciting for me, let me tell you. Oh, I see Michael is watching too on there, so that's great. Yeah, so we're closing this net out. We're gonna get some more clothes on here and head to Pitt Street and go have some breakfast with some of the guys there. I've enjoyed having y'all on this morning. It keeps me happy and stuff like that. And if you can, I will be loading this video to YouTube. And if you can head over there, I'll have the link of how you can get there. But if you can go over there and like and subscribe, it'll be great. Y'all have a good rest of your day. VA3EWV on the air.